Hello guys, welcome to the fourth episode of Let's Talk by Verified. So we have gathered here to discuss about the upcoming CL matches after the lockdown, and so we have quite an amazing few matches coming up for tomorrow and for the coming weekend. And one of them is for Man City and Real. The other is Barcelona Napoli and Juventus Lyon and Bayern and Chelsea, and they are quite a few amazing matches. So we have on board today Shrey as usual. We Hardik as usual. We have Videsh. We have new joiners today, Abhinav and Anirudh. So I'll start with you, Videsh, since Real Madrid is getting highlighted a lot out here, and we have seen the first leg of the Man City versus Real match, and as you all know, the score has been 2-1 in the favor of Man City. So what do you think? Will Zidane follow? Which strategy will he? With which will he come up? And since it is a away match for Real Madrid, so what do you think he'll start with? What do you think will be the starting 11s? And another quite an important question, that Ramos is on a red card. So I think that is quite an influencer topic to be discussed upon. So yes, your view on this thing.
आई थिंक स्टार्टिंग 11 तो कोर्टवा तो हो गई ऑब्वियसली गोलकीपर एज अ गोलकीपर क्योंकि मोस्ट क्लीन शीट्स थी इस बार ला लीगा में, काफ़ी अच्छी परफॉर्मेंस है उसकी. डिफेंस में आई थिंक मार्सेलो की जगह मेंडी हो सकता है क्योंकि मेंडी इज़ मोर डिफेंसिव देन मार्सेलो, और एज हमारे पास रेमोस नहीं है तो मेंडी वुड बी अ गुड ऑप्शन. देन मिलिटाओ, वरान एंड कार्वाल ऑब्वियसली. मिडफील्ड में क्योंकि मैन सिटी से मैच है, एक्सपीरियंस की बात करूं तो आई थिंक क्रूज, कैसेमीरो एंड मॉडरिच ही होंगे प्रेफर्ड 3. और फ्रंट में बेंजेमा एज अ स्ट्राइकर. देन हजार्ड की इंजरी का इशू है, अभी कुछ कंफर्म नहीं है उसकी इंजरी का क्या होगा. स्क्वाड में है बट कुछ कंफर्म नहीं है कि विल ही बी देयर इन द प्लेइंग 11. तो अगर हजार्ड नहीं होता देन इसको, और आई थिंक बेल की जगह रॉड्रिगो होगा आई थिंक वहाँ पे. तो
So Bale, as you all know, is a controversial topic to be discussed upon. And since after the Zidane's return to Real Madrid, we have seen that Bale is quite seen on the stands only. So, what do you think? Like, will Zidane think over it again and bring Bale back to the ground, or will he still stay in the stands only?
I think he'll stay in the stands only.
So you being a Real Madrid follower will support this, and like, will you be going in favor of Zidane that he is letting Bale stay in the stands?
Like मैं सपोर्ट कर रहा हूँ कि रियल जीतनी चाहिए बस. मुझे उससे मतलब नहीं कि बेल परफॉर्म करे या रॉड्रिगो परफॉर्म करे.
Right, great. So and one more important question, that as you all know that Ramos is on a red card, as I told you. So what do you think how will this affect Madrid's performance? And since you are already losing on the score aggregate, right?
हाँ, aggregate. तो इफेक्ट तो होगा काफ़ी ज़्यादा परफॉर्मेंस पे, बिकॉज रेमोस लीडर है इस समय मैड्रिड का. तो इफेक्ट तो होगा. और हजार्ड भी नहीं है मोस्ट प्रॉब्ली, मतलब बहुत कम चांसेस है हजार्ड के खेलने के. उसके अभी रिसेंटली उसने बोला है कि उसको इंजरी की कुछ डिस्कम्फर्ट फील हो रहा है. तो हजार्ड के भी कम चांसेस हैं. अब डिपेंड करता है कि लाइक मैड्रिड इस समय काफ़ी मोटिवेटेड है बिकॉज ला लीगा जीती है. मैन सिटी की हमने परफॉर्मेंस देखी है, अर्सेनल के अगेंस्ट उसने स्लिप किए है, मतलब पॉइंट्स लूज किए हैं उसने काफ़ी, मतलब ऐसे क्या कहते हैं, बैड परफॉर्मेंस दी है मतलब डिफेंसिव उसमें रिसेंटली. लाइक नॉट ऑल ऑफ द परफॉर्मेंस बट हाँ कुछ उसने ऐसे दिखाए अपने मोमेंट्स की जहाँ पे रियल का फ़ायदा उठा सकती है, काउंटर स्ट्राइक पे या कुछ भी. उसमें रियल फ़ायदा उठा सकती है. तो कुछ भी हो सकता है. रियल काफ़ी मोटिवेटेड है और मैन सिटी का बेनिफिट है कि एक तो लीड है उसके पास, 2 अवे गोल्स हैं, प्लस उसका होम ग्राउंड है. तो मैन सिटी के पास उस चीज़ का बेनिफिट तो है ही. तो लेट्स सी, कल मैच है, कल पता चलेगा क्या होता है.
राइट. ग्रेट. सो अनिरुद्ध, जैसे कि विदेश हमें बता रहा है कि लाइक सिटी इज इन अ ग्रेट फॉर्म, एंड हमें पता है कि पेप गार्डियोला इज लुकिंग फॉर अ यूसीएल ट्रॉफी, एंड ही इज इन ग्रेट फॉर्म. एंड सिंस पीएल भी हाथ में नहीं है इस समय, एफए कप भी नहीं आया इन सिटीज फेवर. सो एंड वी हैव सीन कि सिटी का परफॉर्मेंस इज वैसे काफ़ी अचीविंग रहा है, बट स्टिल कहीं ना कहीं हमें इनकन्सिस्टेंसी दिखी है टीम में. सो क्या पर्सपेक्टिव है कि कल गार्डियोला की स्ट्रैटेजी से लाइक अपने बॉयज को फील्ड पे लाएगा, एंड व्हाट डू यू थिंक, विल ही टेक केयर ऑफ द एग्रीगेट स्कोर, एंड हाउ विल ही मैनेज द टैक्टिक्स?
So I think basically City is in a advantage because of, as you all know, two away goals, as well as the team has been squandered after the lockdown period. But I think the problem is only going to be according to the strike position because Aguero is injured, and that's going to be a major concern. Then again, we all know Guardiola prefers to use some unexpected formations in big matches. So I hope that this is going to be the case. I It is being pondered upon that he'll use a defensive formation so that to protect the lead and to involve more defensive but intense attack approach with. I believe KDB is going to be like a false nine, and the wingers are going to be important. So this time I believe Mahrez will be on the right side, and the left wing is going to be a major concern because, as we all know, departure of Leroy Sané has already taken place, and we all know that some of our players like the Bernardo Silva and the other player Phil Foden, they are also playing good, but the performance have been sporadic. So I believe that is going to be an important factor. Regarding the midfield, I believe it's going to be Kai Gundogan and Rodri. The third midfield, again, as you all know, David Silva has again departure from the club, and it's going to be a huge loss for us City
Yes,
fans.
yes,
And but still, yeah, I think Fernandinho is going to be up on the place because right now, as Eric Garcia is in an incredible form, and the left back of Laporte left centre back Laporte is also playing good. So I believe he is also going to be involved. But the left back position of is always going to be of Mendy. He has strengthened himself as being the starter, and right back as usual, Kyle Walker. And
right, right,
keeper, we all know Edson Moraes.
correct.
That's
Right.
it. Yeah.
Right. So yeah, I believe that makes it very clear what the perspective of Guardiola and Zidane will be tomorrow in the match. So we have a neutral fan, Shrey here. So Shrey, just a quick prediction from your end. Who will finally take the entry into the final? Yes, after tomorrow's match.
See, according to me, it will be the team which will defend better. It will take away the tie. Both the teams have defensive vulnerabilities. And this Madrid side, you have Militao and Ferland Mendy both having almost zero Champions League experience, and on the other side, a 19 or a 90-year-old Eric Garcia who has recently declined a new contract and he wants to go away. He wants to play somewhere else. So City having only one recognized centre back, recognized in a good centre back, that is Aymeric Laporte, and Real Madrid not having Sergio Ramos in their side. So it will be a case of which team defends better, and they'll win it.
Okay, so any like just prediction from your end? What will be the final aggregate tomorrow?
I predict a Man City win just because Real Madrid may be a bit complacent after their La Liga win, and City is a more hungrier side than these two.
Right, right. So we see that from your perspective that City will be moving forward in the race of for the final trophy. Great. Okay, so moving on to Hardik, let's come to you. And we have seen that Chelsea is like overperforming right now, and we have seen some amazing performances out there in the Premier League as well. Chelsea has finished in top 4 race, so automatically it is playing the next league, Champions League as well. Right, and Lampard is in a great form. We have seen matches against Liverpool. We have seen matches against Manchester United in the FA Cup. We have seen in the final when the race was in the final moments. We have seen that Chelsea performed like amazing with against Wolves as well, right? So and since the final match of the FA Cup was the last week, but we saw that Arsenal took the lifted the trophy. So yes, so now we have the perspective that Bayern is leading with 3 goals, 3 away goals, and at the Stamford Bridge, and so Chelsea will be visiting Bayern tomorrow. So what is your thinking? What is your idea about how will Lampard try to mold his 11 boys into a great set of tactics and a great set of football out there? So yes.
Well, there are a number of factors that we have to consider before going to Bayern because, firstly, the players are not that well motivated after that Arsenal defeat in the FA Cup final and also we lost 3 players to injury Azpilicueta and Pulisic to hamstring, and Pedro suffered a shoulder dislocation. So it's like the morale of the players have been affected by that game a lot, and it was basically a drawback for the Chelsea rather than a final to remember. Obviously, it this Bayern fixture, the Bayern is leading 3-0. There are no chances at this point of time that we can make a comeback, because it feels disheartening. But yeah, it's the truth that three goals, scoring three goals at Allianz Arena against Bayern Munich, the best team at this point of time, and surely the favorites who can win the Champions League. It will be very, very, very difficult, and I don't think that, being a Chelsea fan, anyone can imagine like defeating Bayern. Like, obviously we defeated them in 2012, but there was a different scenario. We had Drogba, we had other players,
Right.
but now it is a lot difficult. And point is, we have lost Pulisic, we have lost Azpilicueta. These were the some important players in the starting 11 for Chelsea. Like, if we consider the defense, Azpilicueta was the most experienced player and the most judgmental. Like, he knows how to work out the game. So in his absence, I guess Rudiger and Zuma will be at the back, and Marcos Alonso, I guess he was playing defense midfield, so now he'll be in the defensive front only completely, along with Reece James. So this will be the back, and obviously goalkeeper will be Caballero, because Kepa, I don't think so Lampard will make him play. In the midfield, I guess Kovacic will play, obviously. And it is not, I'm not sure about Kante, because I don't know he's fit or not completely, because he missed the FA Cup fixture because he was not completely fit. So
Right.
it will be like a press conference before the game, and Lampard will let out his starting 11. And Mason Mount will be another player in the field, Jorginho, and Loftus F. Cheek, if possible, he'll be there. And regarding the front, missing the Pulisic, we will be playing, obviously Olivier Giroud will be there as a striker. In the winger, I guess Mason Mount, and on the left side, I guess there will be Tammy Abraham, or like it how it works out for Lampard, he'll choose. But according to me, it will be very, very difficult, because we know Chelsea's defense is quite vulnerable. It has been quite vulnerable throughout the season, and facing such a great attack from Bayern Munich, facing Robert Lewandowski and Muller and etc., it will be really, very difficult for Chelsea.
Right.
So
Right.
let's hope for the best and hope for a miracle if possible.
Right. Thank you so
I'm
much
just
for
surprised that Hardik had so much to say about the tie, because according to me, the tie is finished, absolutely finished. There's no,
So
there's no
I was actually going to say,
comparison.
from the little
Yeah, but
things that
according
decide
to
the
me, the tie
title.
is
We
already
just can't say
decided.
that. Yeah, but see,
No offense,
yeah, obviously, yeah.
please.
right, but
Okay.
I was actually going to add that thank you, Hardik, for such a realistic perspective from your end,
Yeah.
because
Okay.
that is what is basically the situation right now, and we
Yeah,
know very
exactly.
well what will be the scoreline tomorrow. But yes, we can
Yeah.
still hope for
Well,
a
we know that Chelsea is
It is
gonna
not
lose.
over till the 90th minute.
right,
Okay.
absolutely,
So
as we
we
can.
can, we'll be in for a show.
Right,
Yeah.
definitely. So, okay, so that was a great realistic perspective. Thank you, Artik, for that again. And then, right. So, yesterday, coming back to you again, what is your idea? Any just small prediction, as you've already told about the tomorrow's match? Any small prediction for Chelsea and against Bayern? Yes.
Basically, I think that Lampard will surely wish that he doesn't get more players injured before the season, because I think that is only the thing that will be in his mind. Yeah, at the same time, you can say that it is not over; it's over. But yeah, but basically, having so many injuries, Lampard would wish that he may not get he may not add to that injury list and be ready for the next season. That will be the objective of Chelsea right
And any prediction from your end?
now. Lewandowski scores 3-1 Bayern.
Right. Okay, fine. Right. So, okay. So, moving on to the match for Napoli and Barcelona, we see that the match ended for all square at the Napoli's ground, and so the players will be meeting at Camp Nou now. Abhinav, I would like to have your perspective about Barcelona's lineup, as you've seen that Real Madrid has already lifted the La Liga trophy, which was Barcelona which Barcelona was trying to aim for. And another thing that we all know that Vidal is on a red card, and moreover, Arthur Melo has reported that he won't be visiting back to Barcelona for the UCL match or the UCL journey ahead. So, what is your perspective? What do you think that will be the lineup for tomorrow? What will be the prediction, formation, and tactic? Yes.
Well, if we start talking about Barca after the lockdown due to the coronavirus, we have seen that they've kind of been a wobbly side, not retaining their first position in La Liga, and also just not performing at the same level what they were before the lockdown.
Right.
And then we've also seen that during the first leg, Napoli, even though it was at their home, the game was at their home, and क्या कहते हैं, they like to retain possession even in a league like Serie A. They didn't retain much position and they held back. They kind of parked the bus even at their own home. So there is still some hope for Barca. Some hope, yeah. Like I'll say that the stronger side here is going to be Barca. It'll be interesting to see whether they opt for a 3-5-2 formation or a 4-3-3. It'll all be up to KK Setyen's good decision. And if we compare the complete lineup of the two teams, we can clearly see that Barca have the better goalkeeper. They have the better forwards. Barca's forwards have almost double the goals in the domestic leagues as compared to Napoli. Napoli, on the other hand, have been kind of a giant killer. If we look at the final of the Coppa Italia where they defeated Juventus, but overall they've been very inconsistent. They have scored very less goals. They have a very low conversion rate.
Right.
And they are also seventh in their domestic league. So the situation is not very promising. And we also know that Barca is a very strong team when playing at their home, even though there aren't going to be any fans there. But still, it will be very interesting to see how Barca performs. Also, with the suspension, with the unavailability of Busquets and Vidal, Barca have a huge hole in the midfield, which will be filled obviously by De Jong, who will play a very important role in the midfield and also will get to play his original position, which is of CDM for the first time and in a very important match. So it will be very interesting to see that. It will also be interesting. Another individual matchup that will be interesting to see is Messi versus Koulibaly, which will be very interesting to see. So let's see how it goes.
Right. So yes, that is something that is quite apparent as of now, because Barcelona actually seems to have a better players and better forward, as you said. That's correct. So yes, I do also believe that Barcelona will take the lead and tomorrow as well, because the match is at Camp Nou, and we have quite an interesting facts of Barcelona performing at Camp Nou. So yes, Shrey, moving on to you, what do you think, if in a very crisp manner, what do you think will be the scoreline tomorrow?
Obviously, Barca will win the tie. I want to make this point very clear that Napoli hasn't gone past the round of 16 since forever. And this will be the first in the history if they'll go past the round of 16.
Right.
And also, with all the pressure in the world over Barca to do well in Champions League after not winning the La Liga, also their manager is facing a lot of criticism right now to get them over the line in Champions League, as has been the expectations from Barcelona from a very long time. So yeah, this is quite evident that Barca will definitely take the win in this match.
Right. Great. So I believe yes. So you are left with the scoreline prediction, Shrey. Any score predictions from your end?
2-0 Barca, easy.
Right. So that will make it 3-1 on the aggregate. Right. So I believe we are through with the discussion, and we are through with the time as well. Moving, so we are short with the schedule. So I think I'll wrap up the session for today. Thank you everybody for joining in. Thank you for your great views out there. Thank you, Anirudh. Thank you, Abhinav, for being the new guest for us and putting forward.
Thank you so much for having us.
Right. Thank you so much for putting forward your views about your clubs. So thank you guys. We'll see you in the next show. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.